What is a function? In this video, we will try to answer that question. A function is a rule or relationship between two sets of numbers where each number in the first set, which we usually call the domain, is related to one number in the second set called the range. And the key to it being a function is that it's only one number in the range. With domain and range, we have different terminology, different letters that we may use. We have x and y variables. We have dependent and independent variables. We can even think sometimes of functions as an input and an output. Which of these terms corresponds to the domain, and which of these terms corresponds to the range? We think of the domain as all the x values. The domain is all of the independent values. The range is all the y values, which we usually think of the y values as being dependent on the x values. So the range is all of the dependent values. You could also again think of them as an input value, and the function gives us an output value. So what does a function look like? There's different ways that a function can appear. We can be given a function as a graph. And one way we can tell from a graph that we have a function is using the vertical line test, which the vertical line test says if you draw a vertical line through the graph, it will only intersect the graph at most one time. So looking at our graph, I can draw a vertical line. It will never hit any of these points. It will only hit one point. Any line I draw only hits one point. Doesn't matter where I draw. Any vertical line will only hit the graph one time. So because of that, this graph represents a function. Particularly, it's the function that gives us the daily gross ticket sales of the movie Cars since it was released. Functions can also appear as tables. This table represents a function where the life expectancy is dependent on which country you live in. And this data is from 2011. For instance, in Afghanistan, a person could expect to live only 45 years. In the United States, you could expect to live around 78.37 years. If I gave you a particular country, you could tell me what the life expectancy would be for that country. Every value in the domain has one value in the range. And probably the most common way that we think of a function is as a formula. This formula here, it's actually a quadratic function. It gives us the speed in feet per second of a space shuttle x seconds after launch. Now let's look at function notation and what it represents. We can do this by looking at the graph of the function that we had for the daily gross ticket sales of the movie Cars, where the y-axis is the gross ticket sales in millions of dollars, and the x-axis is the number of days since the movie was released. So let G represent the gross ticket sales after T days. Can we determine G of 1? What does G of 1 mean? G of 1 means the gross ticket sales after 1 day. So looking at our graph, we have, there's 1 day. So if we look at what the y value is, it's right there, which corresponds to a y value of 20, or roughly 20. So G of 1 equals 20. Now remember what the y values represent. G is the gross ticket sales in millions of dollars, so this is actually in dollars. It's actually in millions of dollars. So on the first day they made $20 million. If g of t is equal to 5, what is t? In this case, we know g of t is equal to 5. Not t is 5, but g equals 5. So that means the gross ticket sales is equal to $5 million. This is the y value. Where does that happen on the graph? So here's the 5. Where does it hit $5 million? Right there. How many days is that? Well, there's 5, 6, 7. So after 7 days, the gross ticket sales will be $5 million. So t is equal to 7 days. Let's look at the notation given our function as a formula. Again, this function represented the speed in feet per second of a space shuttle after x seconds from launch. Can we compute the value of s of 100 and interpret its meaning? So what does this 100 mean? This 100 is in place of the x value. This is the x value. So that means we want to know what is the speed when x is 100. That means we have to put 100 into our formula for each x value. So s of 100 equals 0.0651 times 100 squared plus 12.83 times 100 plus 1514.9. And if we compute this, we get 3,448.9. And this is, again, this is the speed, so this is in feet per second.